Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Immigration USA. In this video, we're going to talk about denaturalization. As you all know, Donald Trump won the elections and he's going to take office in January 20. And they looking to denaturalize certain individuals who commit misrepresentation and fraud during their green card process. And those people obtain US citizenship now. So they're going to go back and look through those people's file and see if there is any misrepresentations or fraud, and this individual could face denaturalizations, eventually being deported from the United States. So we're going to break it down in this video, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so as you all know, January 20 is coming, and then there's a lot of noise about Trump. So he's talking about denaturalize certain individuals that obtain their US citizenship through misrepresentation, fraud, and war crime, and also people who commit serious crime. So under the Trump administration, denaturalization effort is leading to concerns among certain groups of naturalized US citizens. So denaturalization is the process revoking an individual's US citizenship. It is very rare to see the US government to denaturalize certain people. It does not happen much, but this time with the Trump administration, it's going to be very common because they're going to create a group, a special office under the Justice Department. So that office will be in charge to denaturalize certain people, and they look into denaturalize 700,000 people. So that's going to take a long time by the time they get to that number. So who is at risk of denaturalizations under Trump? So individuals with fraudulent application. So they target people that made misrepresentation or fraud in order to obtain US citizenship, and eventually people that got their green card through marriage. They're gonna go after those people. They're gonna look at their file, because as you all know, you marry to a US citizen, you get a green card, and then after that you can apply for US citizenship 3 years after, or 5 years, depending to the duration of the marriage, right? So they're saying that a lot of people got a green card through marriage, but this marriage was fraudulent. These people got US citizenship, so they're gonna try to investigate them. And eventually, if there is a misrepresentation, fraud, they're gonna get denaturalized and eventually get deported from the United States. The second, people with war criminals, human rights violators, right? That's very rare. Some people, they come to the US and they file asylum, saying that they were being prosecuted back in their country because they belong to a certain group. And it turns out that those people, they are war criminal and also human rights violators. So when they come to the US and apply for asylum, they don't tell the truth. They make up their files back from their home countries and eventually show some evidence that are not true, but they end up getting the asylum approved and they get a green card and eventually become a US citizen after 5 years. So they're gonna look through those people's files to see if there is any misrepresentation, if they made a representation or fraudulent application, and these people are gonna get denaturalized as well. So this is all promises, so it might not happen, but that's what the Trump administration is willing to do when they take office in January 20. And also people with criminal histories, right? So the thing is that when you apply for your citizenship, they check your background, they check everything to see if you have any criminal history. So they can go back to your home country, your country of origin. They can investigate to see if you commit a crime back home, and then you come to the US and apply for a green card and become a citizen. Certain people, they don't disclose their criminal activities back home. So over here, they say that they never commit a crime. So when they do background check, they check in the US, right? They may check back home, but sometimes they don't investigate any further. However, these people are inadmissible in the US because they committed certain crime, such as drug dealing and things like that. So those people, when they come to the US, they can obtain a green card through any means. And after that, they can get a US citizenship. So they're gonna go after those people, they're gonna investigate, and they're gonna go back in history to their home country and investigate about them. And if they find that they made a misrepresentation or fraud or crime that they did not disclose during the citizenship process, these people can get denaturalized. And certain people prior deportation order. So this one is a big question mark, because when you apply for a green card, for example, and they see that you have a deportation order, right? So when they apply for a green card, the USCIS will go back on their file, and if they see that this person has a deportation order, their application is automatically rejected, because the USCIS don't have the jurisdiction of that individual. Therefore, the individual must terminate the deportation first and then apply for a green card. But sometimes, I don't know how, apparently the USCIS can miss that information. Sometimes they don't see it, and then the person come in and apply for a green card and then end up being approved. And then after 5 years, the person gets a US citizenship. So they're gonna go against those people. They're gonna go back and look at their file. And if they see that they had a deportation order, their citizenship will be revoked, eventually get deported from the United States. So my question is, how come a big agency like USCIS miss those important points? How? Because I know they do background check, they go further deep to look the background of the individual, and they go through their file to see if they have any immigration history and everything. But if they miss one of the important points, then it's their fault. Then why they go back and denaturalize people, right? So that's a big question marks. I don't know if it's gonna work, but right now this is what they're trying to do. They're gonna go back, especially with marriage green card, people that obtain their green card through marriage and then eventually become a US citizen. They target those individuals and try to revoke their US citizenship and eventually try to deport them from the United States. So how do they do that? How do they denaturalize somebody? It's a long process. Sometimes it takes a long time, and the government has to have enough proof to determine if the individual commit a fraud and or war crime or had a prior deportation, right? It is very difficult. However, to find if the individual had a prior deportation, that's easy. They can go back to the USCIS file, and from that they can see if that person is inadmissible in the United States. However, the other stuff such as war crime and criminal history, that could be very difficult, right? Because if someone had a criminal history back home, so the USCIS has to go and check, investigate. The State Department in that country will investigate, conduct the investigation, and it is very difficult to obtain proof to see if whether the individual had a criminal history, right? So it is very difficult for the Justice Department to denaturalize somebody. It takes a long time, and they have to file a lawsuit, right? The government files civil lawsuit in a federal court. And this is not a simple administrative proceeding. It is a judicial process where the government must prove its case. And also court proceeding, the burden of proof is on the government, which must demonstrate clearly, convincing, and bring some evidence to denaturalize somebody, right? So this is it. So, if you are a US citizen right now and you're worrying about that this is going to affect you, do not worry, because it's going to take a long time for them to go through 700,000 applications to demonstrate that these people commit misrepresentation or fraud. It is very difficult to do that in 4 years, right? So guys, this is it. So this is my thought about denaturalization. So this is what they're promising to do. Not only the mass deportation, revoking green cards, now they want to take away people's citizenship. That takes a long time. The process is very, very difficult. I don't know if they're going to continue with this. I'm sure they're going to get certain individuals. They're going to get few people, but it is very difficult to get through 700,000 files, right? So to file a lawsuit for 700,000 people, that's a big number of people. The Justice Department don't have much time to do that. But anyway, keep in mind, right? If you think that this is concerning, just not to worry too much, right? So this is it, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and smash the notification bell for more videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.